Medical technicians from Sacred Heart are picketing for the first full day of their 8-day strike. The house you see behind me is recognizable by many as the home where the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. Delta is especially seeing the effects of the CrowdStrike crash with these blue error screens appearing on most kiosks. I'm here at Seymour's Farm, where it's easy to find your perfect pick. We are on Geiger Boulevard, heading back onto I-90. Let's give you a better picture of the roads here. As you can see, we've got some flurries. This morning, we've seen several officers in and out of that home just in the last few minutes. And we have a cold front coming through that will bring some breezy conditions and even the potential for some rain showers. Things look very different here at Avista Stadium. Crews are already hard at work for the stadium's largest renovation project to date. A 67-year-old man is unfortunately dead as a result of this rollover crash. If you look in the field there behind me, you can actually see where that car landed. If a book is deemed harmful to minors, it will be pulled off of the main floor and brought into a section like this that says permission slip required. We have an advisory in place. This is for our northernmost counties and into the Idaho Panhandle. Friday was the last day of early voting here, and the line was wrapped around the building, even in the rain and in the cold. Koberger's defense is challenging the death penalty, saying it's a potentially cruel and unusual punishment. You could see that aircraft moving in, protecting this area. As we said, 14 aircraft are working on this fire. A man was arrested for a fatal stabbing in downtown Spokane. Officers from the Spokane Police Department responded to the reported stabbing on 3rd and Division Street. Behind me here is all that remains of Mary's Place, a historic building that many Spokane residents knew and loved.
Some kids getting on the bus this morning.
Yes, and those kids will want a little bit of a hoodie, a light jacket. We have some sprinkles in some areas of the inland northwest this morning. I'm at Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church, and we're giving you a sneak peek of all the fun you can expect at the Greek Festival. This holiday travel season is set to be extremely busy. We've been seeing it all play out tonight with lots of people arriving here in Spokane, jumping from that plane 12,000 feet up in the air and landing on this field for all of the students to see. It's been a long, difficult year of healing for Moscow, Idaho. The house you see behind me is recognizable by many as the home where the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. 1 year later, the community is remembering these 4 victims and acknowledging how this altered the town forever. Driving through the town of Moscow, many things appear the same, but the people are forever changed. Today, small traces of the 4 students remain. The restaurant where Maddie Mogen and Xana Cornodal worked has a memorial dedicated to the students. For the classmates they left behind, the healing process has not been linear. University of Idaho junior Lane Harlan says the feelings of fear that were present a year ago have subsided.
And I feel now the community has moved forward past that quite a bit, and you're going to see a lot more people walking around and just being more comfortable in the small community of Moscow that has always been historically extremely safe, and I think that's a good thing to return to.
Tonight's vigil is an important step in the healing process, but not the end.
As we continue on over the years, it's going to continue all the way up until we finally have the trial and find out what happens during that period. So it's still going to be a really long process. And
Blaker says as the community continues to heal, it's important to remember the 4 lives that were lost and keep their legacies alive.
all we want to do is ask people to remember those 4 students, because that's what all of us are trying to do, is remember their lives and how their lives were taken, but remember them more importantly.
Reporting in Moscow, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now. Welcome to Wall Street Diner, where the coffee is hot and the eggs are sunny side up, or
The omelet or the scramble?
a North Spokane staple since 1940, the family diner thrives with a loyal staff of 6 and dedicated regulars.
We have people we see every day, every week, every month.
Every small business has its ups and downs, but manager Jessica Patchen says hers is feeling the strain. An egg shortage from bird flu is making business
I've never seen anything like this.
hard to crack.
Prices in the last 2 months have gone up 300 to 400%. So we're paying 4 times as much for an egg as we normally would.
Patchen says eggs were already the business's biggest expense. Costs first spiked when Washington's cage-free egg law took effect last year. Now, with bird flu driving prices even higher, Wall Street Diner is scrambling to keep up. Right now, a standard breakfast costs about $13.75, but when the business is paying $1 per egg, these prices will have to increase. Bird flu has been infecting prices at the grocery store since November.
To be honest, I'm quitting eating eggs until I can get fresh eggs again. The price is ridiculous.
When restaurants raise their prices, some customers walk away while others stay loyal. Dawn Simpson has been eating omelets on Wall Street for decades and says that won't change anytime soon.
But like mom and pop places like this, yeah. If they got to pay the extra, we should pay the extra.
Just support local as much as you can.